And so, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this 185th edition of African Fiesta on Apex One Radio. African Fiesta is a radio way of bringing Africa to you in the continent's different facets. So, how much of Africa do you know in terms of history, geography, economics, sports, cuisine, culture, tourism, you name it? And how much of African music do you get to listen to or dance to? These are the kind of questions we do well to answer on the show. African Fiesta brings African values on the platform and presents these values to the rest of the world. In this 185th edition of the show, Nigerian culture gets on the rostrum as the country braces to celebrate its 61st Independence Day. A taste of Nigeria is what Nigerians living in the United States will be tasting as from October the 1st. A Taste of Nigeria is a festival erected to showcase the country's cultural wealth through food, fashion, music, craft, dance, you name it. And so, throughout the month of October, the festival moves from state to state, city to city to tell the beautiful story of Nigeria. Peggy Lemon is one of the organizers of A Taste of Nigeria. On African Fiesta today, she joins us to explain the festival's mission, its vision, and what she expects of this year's edition. She'll be live from Texas in this edition of African Fiesta. So don't go away. And even before the 2021 edition or 2021 edition of A Taste of Nigeria happens, let us talk about other youths on the continent who will join their counterparts the world over to speak issues concerning youths at the Global Youth Summit built for Nepal in November. One of the young people invited to this summit is Eposi Frida, a civil society personality renowned for her works in youth development. Eposi Frida, who is the founder of Dynamis Safety Nets, an organization based in Limbe, will be joining us on radio today to talk about the Global Youth Summit, which will take place in Nepal this year. She'll be live from Limbe as one of the guests in today's edition of African Fiesta, just on Apex One Radio. She is undoubtedly a talented actress and comedian. She's one of the pillars on the Capiz Comedy World Foundation. She is Elodie Tah. Elodie has been around for a while with many works, that is, movies and comedy skits to her credit. Well, on the show today, we talk about the actress, comedian, and what she has of her sleeves. Also, note that she's one of the closest to Karuan copies of the Capiz comedy world. Elodie is one of our guests in today's edition of African Fiesta, and live from Boya, she will be telling us her story. So don't go away. Of course, there will be music on the show today. Alice Austin is back, this time with a masterpiece that fuses Bole and Bikutsi. Her latest single sees the light of day in less than 48 hours. So, Willie will definitely be a track to look out for as the Texas-based artist keeps doing what she knows how to do best. Alice Austin will be joining us from Houston, Texas this morning to tell us about this latest track that sees the light of day come this Monday. Now, also in this edition of the show, we will be talking about the Haitian crisis following earthquakes that hit the country. Scores and scores of Haitians have been trying to find refuge in the United States of America, and they are stuck at the borders in the south of the country. Well, we'll be talking about that. Haitian media personality Ganel Leconte will be joining us to explain what is going on. He is a Haitian, let me put it this way, Haitian elite here in the United States of America. So he will be explaining to us just what is going on out there. He's one of our guests in today's edition of the show. The images you are currently watching gotten thanks to NBC News. So we don't have exclusive rights over those images. We are only using them for the purpose of this conversation on Haiti, which we'll have with Ganel. He will join us live on the show. And so this and more stories are what we've put together for you in this edition of Apex Snapshots, not Snapshots, but Fiesta on Apex One Radio today. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you so much. If you are listening to us on ApexOneRadio.com or on the tuning app, or better still, Guardian Radio, thank you so much for everything. So, Apex One Radio, we broadcast live from the United States of America 24/7. This is the 185th edition of Fiesta, which has just kicked off from Apex One Radio. We will be back to start the show, but usually we always start by giving thanks to God the Father Almighty because we tap energy from Him. And so today, I guess we have selected this gospel music piece to start off with. It should be Canvey Adams in what she titles Heart Desire. So we are going to listen to that piece of music. Thereafter, we will start bringing our guests on the airwaves. Meantime, thank you so much if you are joining us from the continent. So we are going to have guests talk to us on the show today. Right. Okay. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back with you. Okay, we're going to rather have Richard Cleme, Ivorian gospel music artist. Then we'll be back for a continuation of this show. Let's go. Father, thank you for this new edition of African Fiesta. We thank you for everything. We thank you for the wisdom, the energy, the ingenuity, and all what it takes to present this great radio production. We thank you for the participants. Bless them and inspire them. We thank you for those who are listening, and of course, everyone out there. Through your Son, Jesus Christ, we've prayed. Amen. Richard Kremer in that beautiful piece of music there titled "Lo Veritable Dieu," music which has brought the time to 27 minutes past 10 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. In Texas, it's 27 minutes past 9. Texas from where Mbole Ikane is watching and listening to us. Mbole, good morning. How are you today? Hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for your endless support. This is Fiesta. We are broadcasting live from the United States of America, precisely from the HO city of Columbus. We are in the state of Ohio. Marcel Adig is producing the show from Germany. My name is Ernest Kanjo. Then our guests are all lined up, ready to tell their stories. We're not going to waste much time because our guests, especially the ones who are on the continent, are ready for us. We will start with our guests in Boya. Then we will move to Douala to meet Danielle Mantho. Then we will come back to the United States of America to talk with the guests who are here. Well, apparently Elodie Tah is ready. As she unmutes herself, we will be receiving her. She is an actress, comedian, like I mentioned earlier on, and she's also one of the pillars of the Capiz comedy. Well, she's our first guest in this edition of the show. Don't go away. She joins us in a moment. Il est le véritable Dieu. Beautiful piece of music there by Richard Kremer. So, without much ado, we're now moving to Boya to receive the first guest in this edition of Fiesta. Like I mentioned earlier on, she is a young yet so talented actress. Well, discover her if you've not. Then listen to her story if you've not. Well, let's go to Boya and say welcome to Elodie Tah, who now joins us at exactly 29 minutes past 3 in Boya. Elodie Tah, how are you? Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you.
How are you today and how is Boya this Saturday afternoon?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you over there?
I am good. We thank God. So, Elodie Tah is a young and talented actress. She is a comedian. Before we even get into the conversation, let me know, Elodie Tah, the first time I came across you, you were doing movies. You are doing more of comedy today. So, have you moved from a movie actress to a comedian? Tell me.
No, I haven't moved. I'm still an actress, of course. I still do movies, but
okay.
I'm more into comedies this day because I think that's what I have the time for right now.
Okay, that's beautiful. But which one did you start with? Was it comedy or just ordinary acting?
I started with movies, just acting.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. And so, how did you get into comedy, and how was that transition?
I have known Caro and Kopis for a while now, and when they started Capiz Comedy World, they just told, I just got a call that day. They said, we are about to shoot a movie, a comedy skit right now. I don't know, are you chance to join us? Well, we would like to have you on set to do this with us. And I was like, okay, I'm home, I'm not doing anything. I'll just come, let's do it. I actually thought it was going to be a one-time thing, but as
it became a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Also, just to let you know that she's one of the pillars of the foundation of Capiz Comedy World, with these two very prominent comedians who have become the talk of the day. So I understand you and Lillian Caro of the Capiz Comedy World have worked before in several projects. In fact, in 2018, both of you did Efeyo, a film produced by Ivan Name. Tell us about your moments with her and the projects in which both of you have worked.
All right. Like I said before, I met Caro back in 2017. At that time, we were doing a movie, Three Wives. It's a TV series. So I guess we just bonded, we just clicked, and we became friends from there. She would always tell me I was supposed to be like friends with people who are in the movie industry, at least, so I get to learn from them too. So that's how we started. We just got talking from there, and after this, the after Three Wives we've done, we did FAO, we did A pluses, that's still in post production.
Right.
We did Missing Lines, that's still in post production. We did, what have we done? We've done a couple of movies that I can't remember right now, but we've done a lot together.
Right. And you've also done many comedy skits with her. Tell us about some of the ones which you really enjoy most, which you would always be caught going back to watch.
All right. First we have Pork Nose, because then that particular one at that time was like Madame Copies. So we did that, and then there's Electricity Bill. That one to score me a whole lot of, I'd say, recognition. And we have Mboma. Yeah. There's one more. In-law. Yeah. Those are the four that I can actually align with right now.
Right. So Capi's Comedy World has grown into one of the most successful comedy crews in the country. Tell us how you feel about being part of this great project, this success story.
Actually, I feel really lucky. I am so proud to be part of this journey with them. And when we started, I didn't think it was going to get this, it was going to blow up like this, but did, and I am so proud of them. I am so proud of the what they've accomplished, what we as a team have accomplished.
Right.
They're good people, and I just love working with them.
And what has been the reaction from the public? What are people telling you?
First thing anybody sees me will be, they keep telling me, why haven't you, and people keep making reference to the electricity bill. I think that was what really put me out there.
Right.
People are like, somebody will just see me Mani, and everybody now calls me Mani actually. And now when they call the actual Manis, I'm confused. Yeah, and when they see me, they'll be like, why haven't you paid your bills? At first, I'm confused. What are you talking about? They're referring to electricity of Capi's Comedy World. It's been great. The attention I get is amazing, and people look at me and actually respect what I do. People see me and attend that, they're like, okay, this is Mani of Capi's Comedy World. Wow, let's take a picture and stuff like that. It's really fun. Yeah.
Right. So I know the world on camera is completely different from what we have behind the scene. Tell us about how a typical production with Caro and Copies goes. What is it? What are some of the things which happens in the background between you and them?
We play a lot. We play a lot on set. Normally, what happens is when I come on set, since I always come when they are already on set, because I'm always very busy, they just call me when I'm supposed to shoot. I come, I do my thing, and I leave. So when I come, definitely we have these moments where we joke around on set. When I get there, they just tell me, okay, this is the concept of today's episode. So they tell me, and I just have to put myself in that in the character, and we see how we move from there. But once we start playing, especially when Kopis has to throw one or two of this is the insults he usually throw out there.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to take time for us to bring him back to normal. Laughing when he wants to act, he thinks about it, and we all laugh and stuff. It's really, really very fun being on set with them. Every time it's so fun. We laugh, we joke, we play, and we work. So it's fun like that.
I understand it's all laughter because you are a comedy team. But in every situation, in life, there are ups and downs. It's not all rose. What are some of the challenges you face?
Challenges. I think as at now, one of the challenges is going to be with me, since I don't have time, like that much time. I get to miss a couple of episodes that I'm supposed to be on. At times they call me to come on to come for a shoot, and I'm at work, I have to work. I cannot leave work at that time. When I can, I manage to squeeze out a little bit of time during break to go do it. But when I can, I cannot. When I can't, there's nothing I can do. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges I face right now. Time
Right.
to make shooting. Yeah.
And let me also take this opportunity to have you assess these two comedians who are putting Cameroonian comedy on the map, Caro and Copies. How would you assess them? You've been working with them for so long. How would you evaluate their performance?
I would say they're one of the best, and people need to know that they know already they are talented. These guys are talented. Copies, Caro, they are talented, very, very talented people. At times, I look at Lillian and Caro. She asks, and I go back home and I think, can I really do this? I try to do it, but she's good. She's good. They are very, very talented. They are good at what they do. They can transform into anything. That's one thing I love about them. They know how to give it their all. They know how to put themselves in the character. I'll just say they're one of the best. One of the best.
They are definitely talented. They know exactly what they are doing. She's been working with them for so long. Her name is Elodie Tah, actress, comedian based in Boya. She's live on Apex One Radio. And of course, on Fiesta. This is Apex One Radio, broadcasting from the United States of America. This day, the 25th of September 2025. Now, Elodie, tell me, when is your next comedy skit coming up?
For now, I don't know because I haven't had the time to shoot with them lately. I haven't been on the skit, I think, for a couple of weeks now. But hopefully soonest, I'm hoping to be on the next episode, like what they're going to be releasing on Friday next week, or maybe the week before after that. I'm hoping to be on one of them, at least be chanced to be on one of them, but soon.
Beautiful. So tell me, what are your ambitions? Where do you intend to see yourself in the next 5, 10, 15 years?
I've actually been having this dream of producing my own movie.
Okay.
A feature film, yeah. So I'm working on that right now. I'm working towards producing a movie of my own, at least. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And hopefully by I'm just praying and hoping that in like 1-2 years I'll be able to achieve that.
Okay. So far, any plans of giving back, like training young people to, get to do what you are doing?
Yeah, I have this wish to be able to train young actors someday soon. I really want to be. I have an acting coach. I told her, Miss Lee, I always say I want to be a coach. I want to be an acting coach just like her. So I'm hoping that someday soon I'll be able to train young actors and stuff. Yeah.
Definitely, she has dreams of passing on her talent, her skills to other young people, and that is a noble wish. Elodie Tah is her name. She's been speaking with us here on African Fiesta, the 181st edition of the show. Elodie, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the show today to tell your story. Definitely, you will be back on this platform. You've been on this platform before. That was 3 years ago. But before you go away, could you just drop your contacts?
All right. On Facebook, I am Elodie Tah. On Instagram, I am It's Elodie Tah. On Instagram, okay, I've said that one. Instagram, it's Elodie Tah. On TikTok, I'm Mani of Capiz Comedy World, Elodie Tah.
Okay,
So you
that's
can reach me
beautiful.
on there.
Thank you so much. Do have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Congrats on the great job you are doing, and we're looking forward to seeing you more. Do have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much for having me.
Right, and so that was Elodie Tah talking to us here live on African Fiesta. So for those of you just joining us, this is the 185th edition of the show. But before we continue, we would like you to listen to this. Then we will be right back to continue the show with our next guest. Another beautiful piece of music is titled Busybody by Naomi Achu. This is African Fiesta, number 185. Busy Body has put a time to 15 minutes to 11 here in the studio for PEX One Radio in Douala. It's exactly 15 minutes to 4. Douala, from where our next guest will be speaking. Danielle Mantho is her name. And so, scores of young people are out there searching for jobs, but do they know how to do it? Well, she comes on radio today to tell us about LinkedIn. All right, so our next guest will be live with us, but before she comes on the airwaves, Busybody by Naomi Achu. And so, are you a graduate? Have you had some professional training and you are looking for a job? Well, there are scores of ways out there to do job search, but one of the easiest and most effective ways is using the handle called LinkedIn. There's someone who masters it better. She is a mentor. Her name is Danielle Mantho. She'll be joining us live to talk about how to search for a job using LinkedIn. Mita, thank you so much. If you are just joining us on Apex One Radio, if you are listening to us on our website, thank you so much. If you are on the tuning app, then you are welcome. If you are listening to us on Guardian Radio, we want to say welcome. Then thanks to you watching us on Facebook. My name is Ernest. Marcel is producing this edition of the show. We are having collaboration from our PR, Okon Ekpenyong. Our next guest will be yours shortly. Well, get busy. That's what Naomi is saying. She's paying tribute to a woman, her mom, of course, who is busy around the clock. Well, are you busy searching for a job? Well, let's join someone who knows how to do this better than we do. Danielle, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Thank you for having me on, Mr. Ernest.
How is Douala? How is
Douala? Yeah, Douala is quite cool. Like the climate is cool compared to other days, you know.
Okay, so I want us to talk about something which we don't usually talk about: how to search for jobs. And I went, you know, looking at how do you call it? Is it LinkedIn?
LinkedIn.
Yeah. So I went looking at it and I found out it could be really interesting. I don't have an account yet. I think I created one some time ago and I just didn't know how to use it then. I forgot about it. I don't know if the account is still existing. But let's talk about
it.
The
account is active. Yeah, I think I searched on LinkedIn.
Wow. I've not been going there anyway. But before we talk about it, tell me, what are some of the difficulties young people face when they are looking for jobs?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ernest, for having me on once more. I'm always excited. I think this is my third or fourth time being coming on here as guest. And, you know, well, I really like talking about LinkedIn. I really like talking about the power of social media. And first of all, what I am the founder and CEO of Digital Dream. Sorry, I recently changed the name of my company from Creative Dream Academy to Digital Dream, like in short, D Dreams. So in D Dreams, we help creative entrepreneur, business owners, and millennials, and to stand out as top-notch leaders in their niche, establish their business powerfully online, and drive more sales. One thing I notice is that many people actually have brilliant ideas. They have good businesses, but they don't know how to market themselves or their business appropriately online. So at D Dreams, we help them by providing these services that can put them in front of the right audience and that can drive more sales. And also on the other part of it, I'm also mentor to millennials. Like I help young people to find a job online. I give them some strategies. I mentor them on how they could start a digital marketing career and how they could easily search jobs online. And I'm also the author of a book titled Becoming Your Dream Self, 7 Keys to Own and Control Your Life as a Millennial. So coming back to your first question, what are some of the challenges or difficulties people actually face when trying to, get a job? And I would say that, before I get to that question again, I would say I got my master's degree in 2018. And it's only 1 year after, in 2019, that was in about 1.5 years later, that I actually had a job. If to be more appropriate, it was 1 year.
Right.
And there was a time in my life where I searched for a job until job search became a job on its own. Like I have job offers everywhere, but I felt like, I have been called on several occasions to come and, for the interview. And I really started mastering those common questions that have been asked in the interviews. So that was a big challenge. And I kept asking myself, what can I do to really get a job? Because they would not call me, despite they always call me for an interview. But after the interview, I wait, and they won't call me. So I started asking myself, what are some of the strategies I can use to get a job easily online? But one thing is that I was very passionate about digital marketing. So it's only after I've gotten a traineeship program that was in Douala in digital marketing. After some 4 months, I got a job. And I found out what I needed and why I didn't have a job for all this time. So I would say the first thing is that the difficulties people are actually facing, is because they lack appropriate technique to search for a job. And also, we should not forget about the fact that, there are so many graduates. Like every year, there are thousands and thousands of graduates. Right. But the number of companies that are actually coming up, or startups companies that are there, are actually, so the demand for job is more than the offer in the market. Correct. I remember when I was in the university, because I went to SWA University, before going to ERIC. When I was in SWA University, like without exaggerating on the figures, we were about 3,000 in a class. And that is just one university out of other universities in Cameroon. So if you can imagine that number of people are graduating, they will certainly go out searching for a job. And it means that you have lesser chances of having a job. And also, if you don't actually leverage the right strategies or technique to get a job, you won't get it. And I would say they lack experience, they lack real job opportunities. They lack job opportunities opening because of the lack of, maybe the few number of companies that are out there. And some people also, they want to when they're actually starting, they always neglect the humble beginning. Like there are certain opportunities that they can seize at that moment, but they feel like, no, I shouldn't be doing this. A master's degree graduate, I shouldn't be going in for a job that a level 1 student should be taking or doing. So we have to imagine me in 2019. I just graduated from ERIC and I went in for a traineeship program. Like that was an internship and traineeship at the same time, and I wasn't remunerated. I was leaving a different town to another to come and do the traineeship. I would have said no, because even my family was against it. I would have said, no, I can't do this. I want a real contract with a good company. So you never have to neglect your humble beginning. And reason why, like when I see myself after the traineeship program, I had a real contract with a multinational company. So those are just some of the the challenges that people actually are facing, right? And not able to land a real job. Thank you.
Tell me, has the coming of online communication eased the job search thing,
Yeah. And thank you so much for that question, because that's actually what I've been trying to explain for this year. I recently was I recently gave a 3 days workshop in Boya, where I was training young female, like I was training them leadership techniques. And one thing I kept telling them, despite the fact that LinkedIn was not out of the modules, like among the modules I was about to give them, I always make sure that before I leave, like when I'm speaking to young people like myself or young graduates, I always mention LinkedIn or social media platforms.
Right.
And I would say a platform like LinkedIn, and let me just a quick story. Like in 2019, after 4 months of working with this startup company, I received a call from one of my friends in the US, because, and we have not been in contact. He has been in the US for about 6 years. So we have not been in contact for about 6 years. And he asked me, Danielle, what are you doing now? So I told him I'm actually working in a startup company, but I needed a real contract because, after graduation, I need something that will bring in some money. So I needed a real contract because I saw that I've really spent some time learning and I'm really ready, to get a real contract. So he told me, why are you not on LinkedIn? Can I have your LinkedIn handle? I said, yes. So he went through my profile and he told me, you need to start leveraging this powerful platform, which is LinkedIn. And as you know, LinkedIn is one of the biggest platform for professionals and business owners. So he told me on how he walked me through on how I need to optimize my LinkedIn profile, the keywords I need to use. And in fact, after just 4 days, I received two messages from 3 different companies. Like they wanted me to work with a real contract. And I was just so amazed. And I told myself that there must be something very peculiar about this LinkedIn. And so I started learning everything about LinkedIn, mastering it, seeing how I could optimize my profile. And that was when I really landed a real job with a multinational company as a nationwide sales and the digital marketing associate of that company. So I noticed that it's not because I was rejected from I wasn't selected through the interview I've had with other companies, not because I was lacking experience, but because I lacked the right information. I didn't know how to go about it. So I had an interview. So like that was the country manager of Intouch Cameroon. Like that's a Senegalese multinational company. He just contacted me and said, we have a job opening in our company. Will you want to come? Will you be available to come to my office on this day for an interview? And that is how I landed a job, just like a joke. So the other people, actually, when I already had the contract, I saw myself not really, but I tried to like offer like some of the people that were interested in working with me seriously, because I was in digital marketing. I would have proposed some of my friends, but just that they needed somebody that's into digital marketing. So I couldn't propose my friends because they did marketing, but the digital part of it, they didn't really master it. So I think that's just the magic of social media. Optimizing your profile and attracting hiring managers, because most of these hiring managers, they come online, they do a search. If they need a social media marketer, they will type in the search section social media manager, and they select the country, and they might select based on the filters categories. They select other categories, and who knows, if your profile is optimized, believe me, your name is going to feature on the first page of the first page of the search section of LinkedIn. Yeah.
Beautiful. She's an expert in the domain. Thanks for that education. It's very important for young people to know this because they are out there searching for jobs. So, last question. What is the guarantee that if you create a LinkedIn account, you advertise yourself on it, you are going to find a job so easily?
Wow, I think that's a great question. Like, people keep saying that, oh, I'm on LinkedIn. I've not been able to land a job or find a job. And can you imagine that while I was in Boya during that 3 days workshop, I will say out of 10, they were actually out of like 13 ladies. I only had about two ladies that had a LinkedIn account.
Wow.
For me, that was really, I kept
Just
asking myself, I was like, yeah, like, what's going on with this generation? This is the first platform. Let's forget about Instagram. Let's forget about Twitter. Let's forget about Facebook. This is a platform for any professional. LinkedIn today has about 610, over 610 million users.
Wow.
And it's the easiest way to you to reach out to, let's say, a CEO or a founder. If you're actually going to the common way people actually use to apply a job is just like, they actually don't even wait for a job offer. And that was the way I used to move from company to company, dropping application and the rest. And most of the time, they will not even call you because they really never announce anywhere that there's a job opening somewhere.
Right.
So I was really shocked by the fact that many of these young graduates or students didn't have an account. And recently I got in my company, I got some ladies on board, and out of them, I had 2 of them that yet they didn't have an account. Like, I was still surprised. So today I'm trying to educate people, to tell them what is the importance of using LinkedIn. And when it comes to guarantee, I would say the first thing you have to do is that most businesses actually use LinkedIn as a platform to post job offers. And believe me or not, LinkedIn compared to other platforms, LinkedIn is, I would say, the most trusted platform right now. Where you could easily reach out to somebody. And you see, these big companies, how do they hire people? Some people will not even go through posting a job offer. Some of them will just go selecting, going through the different profile, and they send you a message.
Beautiful.
And some of them actually will post a job offer. And if, for example, it's in your domain, if, for example, you have clicked on the notification bell, like if you have having an alert anytime someone posts a job in your domain, you have the alert, you can apply for the job. So the advantage, and which I always tell people out there, like, even if you're on LinkedIn, it does not suffice for you just creating an account, optimizing it. You also need to create visibility. You need to be visible.
Okay.
Just like Facebook, there are billions of posts every day. So you want to break through the noise and make sure that you are visible to the right audience.
Beautiful.
And
So this is a very important conversation, which we'll definitely come back to. But there is a listener here who has a question for you. She wants to know if a well-written curriculum vitae adds your chances of getting a job.
I really won't minimize the importance of having a good CV or a resume, which is why we have experts, like expert in writing resume. It can increase your chance of landing for a job. But we should not also forget the fact that we should not forget about what is happening. Like, you also need your profile, you need your CV to be outstanding. Yes, you need that. And you need to be connected to the right people. that can, because most of the job offers these days is just like word of mouth communication. Most of them are not even posted online. So imagine that you've been sharing your content online and someone sees, or somebody needs an expert like you or someone with your skills. He definitely know that you're a trustworthy person. And the easiest way to put yourself out there as a professional or an expert in your niche is by creating content and sharing. Which type of content? It's not just any type of content. It might be educational content, but content that adds value to your audience. As a job, like somebody that's searching for a job, which type of content can you put out there? You might be good in marketing, let's say digital marketing. You can start creating content in that domain, teaching people on how to optimize your profile, teaching people on how to write a good content, teaching people various, how to put themselves there as expert. So as you start creating content, you start getting the attention of your target audience. So in case there's an opportunity, they will certainly reach out to you. That's the fastest way. Even in my business, like a business owner, that has been the fastest way for me to get customers. Most of these customers are not necessarily those I sent, I sold to them directly. Like I reached out to them, sent an invitation, and then I started exchanging and promoting my services. Most of them, because they saw my content, they want to see it by an example. You should be preaching by the example. They want to see that I'm putting good content, and the trust will start establishing. So I think the best way is not just about having a good CV. It's also the way you put yourself out there in a way that you're going to attract the right people that will propel you or boost your career or help you achieve or maybe have a good job.
Okay, quickly, just tell us how to go about creating a LinkedIn account.
Yeah, I think that's quite simple, just like any other social media platform. But they are completely different. I wouldn't even say they are the same, because for a LinkedIn, some people the thing is just like a resume, because on LinkedIn, on the LinkedIn profile or your account, you have various sections. So you have your background image, just like Facebook, you have your profile picture. And I can give you some quick recommendation, like how to go about it. And I would say for your background image, you can put just something simple, a good background image, and a professional looking picture. It's all about professionals and businesses. So you need to put picture, like very professional looking, not really, not so serious, but like maybe smiling, but you look like friendly and someone that's easygoing on the picture. And under we have your name, and we have the headline. The headline is basically what you do, who you are, and then if, for example, there are some keywords. Let's say you're a digital marketer, or let's say you are an actor. You can say I am an actor, and I am an actor in this, and then some keywords. You can add things like actors, actress. I don't know. I don't know much but let me take marketing. Like, let's say marketing. On my headline, you find something like I help businesses and entrepreneurs to build a powerful brand online and stand out as top-notch leaders in their niche and drive more sales. And as keywords, because those are the keywords that people are actually searching, you can put that along the headline, just like you can put digital marketing, social media marketing, just the keywords of things you're very good at.
Beautiful. So let's come back on this same show next week and continue talking about LinkedIn, because it's very important. People are out there looking for jobs. They need to have those jobs. Danielle Mantho, thank you so much for joining us today. Do have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and please be back next week. So let's continue this topic. It's very important. We need to help people out there. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Danielle, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, scores of Haitians have been streaming into the United States of America. Scores of them are still stuck at the southern borders of the country. They are all fleeing the natural disaster that has hit the country within the past couple of weeks. Well, Haiti and earthquakes have a very terrible relationship. I remember in 2010, that country suffered, another earthquake hit. Well, we have a Haitian media personality who right away to tell us about this situation. Ganel Leconte is his name at exactly 9 minutes past 11 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. He now joins us on the show. Ganel, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm fine.
You're welcome to Apex One Radio. And like I mentioned, you are a media personality. You hail from Haiti. Haiti. Tell us about yourself before we get into this conversation.
Yeah, my name is Ganel Leconte. I'm from Haiti. Live in America for 16 years, and I have a beautiful family. I have my wife and my 5 kids, and then I have my own show on Facebook, and then I'm a DJ also.
Beautiful. That's interesting. Do you get to visit Haiti regularly?
No. I have 9 years. I've never been in my country. 9 years.
Oh, okay. So you last went to Haiti 9 years ago.
Yeah, 9 years ago. Exactly.
Okay. So after being in the United States for a while, then going back there 9 years ago, what changes did you find when you visited Haiti the last time?
Last time when I was visit my country, I didn't see nothing
No big change.
serious. No, nothing changed. I always see the same thing, I guess same thing, because the government don't have access to do nothing, because you have the opposition. They don't like the government, and they fighting, and then that put the country down.
Wow. Right. So from what part of Haiti do you hail anyway?
Okay, I'm from northeast of Haiti.
Okay.
Yes, northeast of Haiti, and then his name is For Liberté. It is a beautiful country, very quiet country. It don't have too much people living in this country. I can say like 11 to 12,000 people living there.
Oh, just 12,000 people?
Yeah, not too much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Haiti is a small country, yet it's so important. It's a French colony, I know. And so if you speak French, Haitians do speak French as a matter of fact. Right. So just help us with the geography of Haiti. A lot of people who have not come across this country would like to know where Haiti is situated on the world map.
Okay. Haiti is bordered on the east coast by Dominican Republic, which covered the west of Hispaniola. To the south and the west by the Caribbean Caribbean Sea. The population is 11,198,000 people.
Wow.
And Haiti is a large mountainous country located on the north central of the Caribbean, occupying the western of the land of Hispaniola. Covering area is of 27,750 square kilometer and 10,710 square miles.
Wow.
Haiti is the third largest country in the Caribbean.
Wow, that's interesting. With Port-au-Prince as its political capital.
Port-au-Prince is the capital.
Okay, that's interesting. Right, and like I mentioned earlier on, Haiti is also a French colony.
And then Haiti have independence on January 3rd, 1804. Wow. Like 216 years.
Yeah, that's That's interesting. Well, Haiti is Africa because the people from Haiti are from African descent. Just like my guest on their show, Ganel. Ganel is a media personality who hails from Haiti. How is the politics in that country faring? Is there calm now?
No, the politics very bad because all of politicians don't like Haiti. They fighting to get his own money to get rich.
They're just fighting for their interest.
Yes, that they do. The government not doing nothing. Only the last president was assassinated. Is Jovenel Moise. He tried to do so many stuff for Haiti because he loved his country, but the politician and then some like some other people from other country they work together to assassinate the president because they is talking the true thing, but they don't like that. They don't like that because electricity is a big deal for Haiti. You want to electrify the all of country that got electricity 24/7. But like the rich people, they have all of market. They sell generator, panel solar, everything. If Haiti have electricity, it's not going to good for them because it's not going to sell anything. Now they fighting with the president, and then you got one guy is the government pay him $12 million a year to give electricity. He didn't give that electricity. That they pay the money and then Haiti always have a blackout. Nothing.
We are speaking with Ganel. He is a Haitian here in the United States of America, and he's coming on radio a few days after earthquake hit that country real bad, with scores of inhabitants of Haiti converging on the southern coast of the United States of America. And so tell us about what is happening with Haitian refugees who are here in the United States, some of them struggling to get inland. They are blocked at the borders. So tell us about this situation. What really happened?
No, the situation is very worse for now. Most Asians come from this Central America. They're not from Haiti. They from to Chile, Brazil, Argentina, somewhere else. But they from there. They not come to Haiti to the border. Because they work in like 3 months to come to America. They work by Honduras, Panama, Colombia, so many countries. They like 90 days working to straight to Mexico. But for now they have on like 20,000, but I think they have more. You got another 30,000 coming soon, and another 1.5 coming after that. It's gonna be worse. I don't know. For me, the situation is the American government, because they don't want to help Haiti. They said you try to help, but they don't do nothing. They give you whatever they want. They do whatever they want. Like for me, Haiti don't have independence because they control everything. They control the president, the deputy, the senator, everything. For example, if you want to elect the president, they say no. They're gonna give you another president. Sometimes the guy he leave Haiti for like 20, 30 years. When he come back, he don't know nothing he can do for Haiti. But the population don't like that. They want to vote for someone and they trust and they to put them the power. But that's very worse for now. But I don't know.
So let me know something. Is the United States government talking with the government of Haiti? How is this problem being solved at that level?
The problem is after the assassination of the president. But no, the country going very bad because you have so many gangs. So many gangs in Haiti. They fighting with the police, and then the people don't to stay. in Haiti because they're not safe. They can kill them anytime. It's like they try to went to USA.
Wow. We're speaking with a Haitian media personality here in the United States of America, and the topic is the crisis hitting that country. So, take us back to 2010, when Haiti had this very serious earthquake crisis. How did the country lose from this? How did it affect Haiti in terms of material damage, human casualties, and even in the economy of the country? How did this affect Haiti?
Okay. The earthquake is because the earthquake have a major damage in Port-au-Prince, Jacmel, and other city in the region. Landmark building and efficiency damage, like totally damage is $7.8 billion. Yes, to $8.5 billion. And
That's
then
serious.
the magnitude for the earthquake was 7.0. And then causality, you have 100,000 to 306,000 people death. And then the IS give his from the government estimation. For me, I think more than that. I think for me, it's 500,000 people died on that earthquake. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So as we speak, what is the current situation? Are the Haitians seeking refuge in the United States ready to go back home, or they don't just want to go back to Haiti? What are they planning to do, to try to get their way into the United States, or go back home? What is the current situation?
Well, for now, I think they already send like three plane to Haiti with I think like 1,000 people or 2,000 people already sent to Haiti, and then they have some. They try to keep them here, but I think they said that they're gonna get more people going back to Haiti because I don't know. That for me is very. Some people like they need help. They need help because they don't have no one to help them. If they said if get someone, you can call someone to help you to get the ticket, go somewhere, you can stay. They let you in. But if you don't have people, if you don't have no one family here, they're not going to let you in.
Now, let me ask you this question before we run off this interview. I understand that Haiti has issues with natural disasters. But apart from that, what is the future of that country? Are you seeing Haiti as a country that is still going to develop someday and will become a place to live in, where people would not think of living, traveling to seek greener pastures in the United States and elsewhere?
For now, I really don't believe Haiti gonna be better because every day Haiti going down. Because you don't have good leaders. You don't have no one think what to do for Haiti. I really don't like. For me, Haiti have to find. You have to do the revolution to kick every bad person don't want to Haiti go up. They have to kick him out of this country or put them on the prison because you got so many people suffer. They don't have food. They don't have nothing. They don't have hours after the earthquake on August 14. That's very, very bad. It's very sad because they don't have nowhere to live. They need food. They need water. They need, they need so many things. But you see, the politicians, they still fighting with the prime minister to get power. But the Asian don't want that. They want a better life. They want everything changed. They want to get food. They want to get everything people have to get. But for now, I don't think so. It's going it going somewhere because
We
you
are
know.
hoping.
Mhm.
We are hoping that politicians in Haiti will put their heads together to make sure that calm returns to that country, so that development can follow. Unfortunately, that country has issues with natural disasters. We also hope that would also get better, and Haiti shouldn't get into such difficult situations anymore. Ganel, want to thank you so much. We'll definitely have you back on this platform so we can continue to talk about Haiti. Haiti is
Yeah.
Africa because we are all descendants of
Mhm.
Mother Africa. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I wish to stay longer, but I'm going to graduate today at school. I have to be there on time. Thank you to having me today.
Thank you so much. Right. So, do have a fantastic rest of the week, and congrats. I hear you are going for a you are actually graduating from the media school today. So, congrats, and we'll celebrate that. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And so, this is Apeswa Radio. This is Fiesta. Let's listen to music. Then we'll be right back with you. That one is titled J. Venue Tina in that beautiful piece of music, which has brought time to 25 minutes past 11 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. 25 minutes past 10 in Texas, from where we'll be speaking with Peggy Lemon. But before we talk with the organizer of the It of Nigeria Festival, we will go to Cameroon and speak with Eposi Frida, who will be representing her country at the 2021 edition of the Global Youth Summit, which takes place in Nepal come November this year. Venue tonight, that beautiful piece of folkloric music there, folklore and urban music fused, and that's the result of that beautiful craft. It's at about the time to 26 minutes past 11 in the studio of Apex One Radio. It's exactly 26 minutes past 4 in Limbe. Limbe, from where our next guest now joins us. Frida Eposi, how are you today? Welcome to the show.
I'm okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes.
How is Victoria this afternoon?
It's a bit chilled. It was raining earlier, but
Mhm.
it's okay. The rain has stopped, so it's chilled now.
Beautiful. She is the founder of Dunamis Safety Nets. Tell us about Dunamis Safety Nets before we get into the conversation of the day. So could you just remind us, what is this organization all about? What do you do?
Okay. Tsunami Safety Nets is a platform for uh, a platform that empowers young and emerging entrepreneurs in the
Mhm.
ecosystem. We work with SMEs, we work with emerging entrepreneurs and startups. We help
Mhm.
them to structure their businesses. We help
Mhm.
them to create business models that work, and we also help them to structure their ideas. Because we have a lot of young people who have brilliant ideas, but they lack control and they lack the right direction. So
Mhm.
DSN has positioned itself or herself
Mhm.
to assist and accommodate these young people with great and amazing ideas, to move these ideas from just being ideas to sustainable businesses.
Mhm.
We also have a co-working space, both physical and virtual, and we're working in collaboration with the Promotion Agency for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises under the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise in Cameroon
Mhm.
to empower and encourage more entrepreneurs, not just by developing their ideas, but also helping them get financing for their businesses.
And the common question would always ask is, what is your track record?
Out of, let me give a percentage, we've been able to enable and empower over 70% of the entrepreneurs in our ecosystem. Right now, we have over 350 entrepreneurs in our virtual platform. And of course, we have entrepreneurs who come and go on the physical platform as well.
That's interesting. Her name is Eposi Frida. She is a young person that runs an organization, but of course, she empowers other young people, and her works with Dynamics, safety nets, and perhaps other domains has resulted or fetched her an invitation to this year's Global Youth Leadership Summit, built for Nepal in November. Is it the first time you will be participating in this summit?
Yes, it is. It is the very first time, and I'm excited. I didn't see it coming because I just opened up my email one day and boom, I saw the email, and I'm very excited. It's a huge platform. It's one of the biggest platform for young leaders, and it's going to be a great opportunity for me, not just for the fact that I'm representing Cameroon, but for the fact that I'm going to be meeting up with other young leaders. I'm going to be sharing and learning, and networking with other young leaders who are doing amazing things in other countries and around the world. So it's pretty much a very exciting experience. I look forward to it.
Why do you think you were selected to be part of this very great event?
Well, I think that, I believe, not I think, I believe that it's leadership is about, service to humanity, which I feel is the best work of life, as our code or our creed in JCI says. Nepal is a body that go out of their way to identify young people who are trying their best or they're doing their bit to create positive change in their community. And I believe that that is one of the reasons why I was selected for this opportunity or to be a part of this great opportunity. Being president of JCI Limbe Atlantic, a small chapter of JCI Cameroon, I've been able to, come up with a project that empowers young people to create positive change by cleaning up the community. It's called Call Me Clean City, and we've been able to clean different communities around Limbe and out of Limbe. And we've been able to create positive impacts. We've been able to even work on projects with the local youth of corner of Cameroon, and it's been able to empower young people. We've been able to work even on the British High Commission project on climate change, just with this project of cleaning the community. And young people are getting a lot more engaged in it. And that is the goal. The goal is to make young people understand that they too can be part of a community cleaning or keeping their community neat. And so far, Limbe has been the cleanest city or the cleanest region in Cameroon for over 5 years. And participating in this project also just gave us a sense of belonging and, feeling like we too have a say and we too have something to give back to our community and make sure that we stay the cleanest city or the cleanest region in the country. So I feel like, amongst other things, those are the reasons why.
The 2021 edition of the Global Youth Leadership Summit takes place in Nepal as from November the 18th to the 21st of November. And she will be representing Cameroon at that great summit. Eposi Frida is her name. She's live on Apex One Radio. Do you have an idea of what will be discussed at this year's summit?
Yeah, of course. The global leadership, the Global Youth Leadership Summit is a platform that discuss everything that has to do with young young leaders across the globe. So, of course, we'll be talking about the most recent things that have been happening in the world. We're going to be talking about climate change. We're going to be talking about, of course, young people in entrepreneurship, leadership, most definitely, and the most recent COVID, how COVID has disrupted our economy, and how young people can, of course, do their bit to make the change that is needed and empower one another to see how we can live alongside this new reality of COVID. Amongst other things, those are things that we will be looking at, of course, different innovative areas in globally.
And how do you hope to use this information and other things you would gain from attending this summit? How do you intend to use all of this on the people you serve?
Working with startups and emerging entrepreneurs for over 3 years, it's going to be an opportunity for me to learn new cultures in the business space. Of course, I've also been working with leaders, so it's an opportunity for me to understand how leadership works in other regions, in other countries, in other parts of the world. But what I intend, my greatest expectation, or what I intend to really look out for out there is how I can leverage on technology to impact the young emerging entrepreneurs in my ecosystem and, of course, within Africa. I see that, or I believe that technology is coming up strong, and it has been there, but in Africa, we are just warming up to it nicely. And within my community, a lot of young people do not still understand how to leverage on technology for their businesses, especially the startups and young entrepreneurs. So that's what I intend. That's a culture, business culture, that I intend to look out for and learn and network with other people, and of course create business spaces for business possibilities or spaces or connections for possible collaborations with entrepreneurs of other nations, with the entrepreneurs in my ecosystem.
Beautiful. So, just before we go away, what are some of your upcoming projects for Dunamis Safety Nets?
Oh, awesome. Recently, we've been working a lot with startups on our program we call the SME Support, as the Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Business Support Program, where we bring in experts from all spheres and all areas of business, and we encourage, we teach, we train, and empower these emerging entrepreneurs and startups. So we have the next edition beginning on the 8th of October. It's going to last for 3 months. And we will be training on understanding your finances, because we realize that finance is one of the major pillars of reasons why, or major key aspects why a lot of these startups, they fail or do not last for long. So we believe it's because they do not know how to manage, and they do not really understand how finance works. They will tell you, oh, I'm not a finance person, I just have the idea, I want to run with it. So we want to start from there. We're going to be impacting them on understanding finance. Then we will move to other aspects or other key aspects of managing and running a sustainable business, so that we can have more businesses that are being created and they are going to be sustainable, because statistics have shown that 8 out of 10 companies or 8 out of 10 businesses or startups close down almost immediately or 2 years later. And we want to change that narrative. We want to change that particular statistics. We want to make sure that businesses that are being created are going to be sustainable, and we're going to be working with these entrepreneurs hand in hand to build on these ideas and make sure that they last longer and they can also impact other people. So basically, that's what we're working on now. And we're also working on expanding our virtual platform, where we're going to accommodate more entrepreneurs. We're going to be able to train, we're going to be able to impact, and of course, establish this mentor-mentee relationship with more entrepreneurs than we already are doing right now. So, yeah, for now, those are the things that are coming up.
And that is the power of the civil society on the continent today. Just before you go away, could you just drop your contacts? How can people reach out to Dunamis Safety Nets?
Okay, Dunamis Safety Nets, you can get on our website, www.dunamissafetynets.com. Of course, we are on social media as well. We are on Facebook as Dunamis Safety Nets, or the DSN Entrepreneur Ecosystem. We are on LinkedIn as well as Dunamis Safety Nets or DSN Entrepreneur Hub. Personally, you can get me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook as Eposi Frida, and on Instagram as I am Eposi Frida, basically. So yes, you can always just get in and reach out.
Eposi Frida, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We promise to come back to you probably when you will be in Nepal, so we can know exactly what will be going on there at that time. So you can put that on your calendar.
Awesome. Awesome.
Do have a fantastic rest of the weekend out there. Bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Our next stop will be Nigerian culture. We will be talking about the It Is of Nigeria Festival, which takes place as from the 1st of October. And so, as Nigerians in the United States and others in other parts of the world, including those back home, braced to celebrate the country's 61st anniversary, the Nigerian community in the United States is up for a festival that showcases the beautiful cultural heritage of that great West African country, the most populous Black country in the world. A Taste of Nigerian Festival is our next topic on the show today. This is African Fiesta. We are doing the 185th edition of the show. And of course, it's reaching you from Apex One Radio, Saturday, the 25th of September, 2021. And to talk about that festival, Peggy Lemon will be joining us live from Texas in this edition of the show. But before she comes to talk about It Is of Nigeria Festival, listen to this beautiful piece of music. It's titled Mon Baby by Pato Rankin, Nigerian frontline urban artist. It has been a time to 19 minutes to 12 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. What a beautiful piece of music there. Love Story by Pato Rankin. And so, like I mentioned earlier on, our next guest will be speaking about the Nigerian festival that is coming up this October. But looks like we have this before our next guest joins us on the airwaves. All right, it's time to talk Nigeria. It's exactly 16 minutes to 12 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. 16 minutes to 11 in Texas. Texas, from where our next guest now joins us. Peggy, how are you today? Good morning and welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you? Good morning and welcome to the show. Peggy, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Good morning and welcome to the show. All right. Apparently, she cannot hear us. Let's see. Can you hear me
Hello,
now, Peggy?
can you hear me?
I can hear you 5 on 5. Can you hear me? Okay, she'll probably have to fix her device so she can hear us. This is Apex One Radio. This is Fiesta. We are gradually but steadily moving to the end of this show. Still to come, we speak with Alice Austin, then with Peggy Lemon. Peggy Lemon is one of the organizers of the It Is of Nigeria Festival, which will be coming up in some cities and states in the United States. Alice Austin will be here to talk about her album, or no, her single, and that will be it for the day. But before that happens, I guess we will do some music from this, and then we will be right back with our guests. Let's listen to Asaba in Yele. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, so it's definitely Asaba with that beautiful piece of music, the title Yele. I'll be right back with you. This is Apex One Radio. We are broadcasting from the United States of America. You're listening to the 185th edition of African Fiesta. Okay, looks like our guest is ready. Let's find out if Peggy is now joining us from Texas. Peggy, welcome to the show. Hopefully, you can get me now.
Yes. Hello, how are you?
I am good. Beautiful. So we are 5 on 5. How are you doing today, and how is Texas this morning?
Texas is warm.
From what part of Texas are you speaking?
Today, I'm in Houston today. We're based in Dallas Fort Worth, but we have a show here this morning in Houston. So I'm here in Houston.
Beautiful. I'm talking about shows. It Is of Nigeria Festival is coming up. But before we get there, could you just introduce yourself for the sake of our listeners who are coming across Peggy for the first time?
Okay, so my name is Peggy Simmons. I go by Peggy. My actual Nigerian name is Peggy Lemon. It's a little hard to say, so people call me Peggy. I'm from Nigeria, River State, Ogoni local government area, for those who know that area. So that's where I'm from.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. Right. So I guess you're one of the organizers, if not the main one, of the A Taste of Nigeria Festival. Is this the first time you are going to be organizing this event?
No, it is not. So we've been doing it this will be our 8th year in
Wow.
Dallas, Fort Worth area, and our first year in Baltimore, but we've been doing it for 8 years.
Oh, wow. Now, before we even continue, it's important for us to know what this festival is all about. What is A Taste of Nigeria Festival all about? Whose concept is it?
So it is mine. I was born here in Texas,
okay,
but grew up in Nigeria, and I think that was part of it was a good decision on my parents' part to take me back home. And I got to see the culture, experience life there, and I wanted to share that with the world. So I had this desire back in 2006. I tried it. It didn't really work. So 8 years later, I was like, let's try this again. I couldn't get rid of the desire to showcase Nigeria. So we tried it again. And 8 years later, we're expanding. So far, it's just showcasing the culture, the music, the fashion, everything.
So does this happen annually?
Yes, sir, it does.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. And tell us about the past editions. How did they go? Did people like it? Were they successful?
The first few years, you try a little bit and then you add more people. And then with social media actually has helped a lot because people is now expanding the reach. And then the last few years, you have over 1,000 people show up. So it's been really good. Some years we do 2 days, some years we do 1, depending on how close it is to Independence Day. And then last year, even with COVID, we still had it in 3 states. So it was successful.
Wow. And tell us about the cultural displays. What do you showcase, as a matter of fact?
So the fashion, we showcase like different fashion designers with Ankara wear, different things. We have the music, so different people perform. We have dance performances. Like this year, we'll have a Yoruba, cultural center in Dallas. They're gonna, do with the drums. And then we have the food, of course. You have to have the food. So jollof rice, fried rice, fufu, everything. It's just showcasing a little bit of Nigeria positive light.
Okay, that's interesting. And do you kind of do some competitions? What do people go back home with? Any prizes, anything?
Some years we do. Like one year we had a dance competition with different of the schools.
Okay.
And some years it's more of just coming to experience the culture. So
right. So this is big, and I understand what organization is all about. It could be a turn to the fresh at some point. How do you get these people come together and showcase all of what they have? You're talking about having over 1,000 people in some of the editions. It means that it has to have a big mobilization. How do you bring these people together?
So, I mean, I've been blessed to where I have, people who have been helping for years and they just continue. So like the MC Dan Manuel, he, supports. So he's a comedian, but he also hosts the event and, we spread the word. We have people that help the fashion show. So that way one person is not running around, So just different people who have been supporting and then helping us expand it to where anyone sees it. Oh, let me share that. So it's just a lot of support. Some unexpected support comes through too. So it's just been blessed.
If you happen to come from a country that is doing so well as far as arts, culture, and entertainment is concerned, and we know that with some of these events, you could like feature some of those things, like maybe fly in some big names into the United States and have them add value to the event. Do you do that?
We did that a couple of years, but we could use more sponsors. That's where it comes in, is sponsorship financially to make it happen. But and we've done it once or twice in the last 8 years. It's just to continue doing that, we need the financial support. But yes, we would love to have more people come in. So one year we had Goge Africa come, and they actually featured it in TV over there in Nigeria. So
right. So we see this event happening in some cities and states in the country on different dates. We have Dallas here, there is Oklahoma City, Houston, Atlanta, and Baltimore. Why the choice of these cities and these states?
So for Oklahoma City, it was more like the very closest thing to Dallas. So like, let's try the waters and see what it looks like to expand. And surprisingly, it was actually really successful because they don't have something like that all the time there. So there was a lot of excitement, you know, to bring that culture there, and they experience it. So a lot of people come to taste Nigeria. They're not actually Nigerian. They're coming to experience the culture. So that was very successful. As far as Houston, Atlanta, Baltimore, there's a lot of diverse communities in this area. So we decided to try those out because we have the people who can be vendors and sponsors, but also people who come and experience the culture. So.
What impact has this festival had on the Nigerian community in this country? Are people quite involved in it?
In some areas, yes. We could use more involvement. So, but yes.
That's interesting. And I understand it takes a lot of resources to put all of this together. We've talked about that. Let's just make an estimate in terms of money. I know it's a sensitive thing. People don't like to talk about money. But how much comes out of your pocket to have an edition of this go through?
Every year is different. With 5 cities, you're looking close to 50,000 to make it happen, just without bringing anyone famous in. So.
And who are your partners?
So right now, it's mostly the vendors that are helping make this happen. And then we have a few local sponsors, but mostly the vendors. So the company that produces the event is called Arispop. We do different kinds of event, and this is just one of them. That's my company. But looking for more sponsors to help out, but mostly the vendors. So thanks a lot to all the vendors. They've been helping keep this alive, and then some ticket sales.
Okay, we're speaking with Peggy Lemon. She is the organizer of the It Is of Nigeria Festival, which has been running for 8 years. The 2021 edition takes place on October 1st, but of course, it will run through the month of October because it will take place in other states and cities, including Oklahoma City, Atlanta, Baltimore, Houston, and of course, Dallas. So, tell us about the agenda. How does a typical edition look like? What do you usually have on the agenda of the day, if it's going to be one day?
Okay, so for one day, we kick it off with prayer.
Okay.
And then the national anthem. So we start with the Nigerian national anthem. So everyone stands up. So that's kind of cool to have people that may have forgot it, you know, over here to have to refresh your memory. Just, you know, national anthem. Then we have dance performances. We have fashion show. And then DJ obviously in between. And then we have people walk around and buy, because people come and go. They're not there the whole day. So different performances, fashion show in between, just to keep the, you know, the entertainment live till 7 p.m. So.
Beautiful. And so, what should guests to the festival this year expect to see?
They should expect to see a lot of the culture, and we're trying to bring a lot of local artists that are Nigerian, you know, just to showcase them as well. So not just everyone from different states, but within your own community, there's a lot of talent. So it's bringing those, you know, upfront people to see them, but also other people to come experience this culture and try different foods and promote the vendors. So there's another way to get vendors out there, because with COVID, you know, a lot of people lost business last year, and it's just a way to get that, you know, back up. So
Come and experience culture, try different foods, and of course, feel Nigeria at this year's Taste of Nigeria Festival. We are speaking with the organizer, Peggy Lemon. She's live on Apex One Radio, and of course, on the 185th edition of African Fiesta. Just before you go away, could you just remind us of the various dates, the venues, the timelines, and other important information?
Okay. So on October 1st, actual Independence Day for Nigeria will be in Dallas in Forward. Actually, the city is Arlington, Texas, and we'll be there from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. So we'll actually have like I won't call it fake wedding, but a pretend wedding, Niger wedding. So you can experience what the traditional wedding will be like if you were going to a Nigerian wedding. And we'll have an after party that night as well. And then the next day from 12 noon to 7 p.m., the same venue in Arlington. In Oklahoma City, October 9th, the following Saturday by May Avenue. We also have one in Houston, October 16th, 12 noon to 7 p.m. by the Bam Bam Hall, Highway 6. On October 23rd, we have one in Atlanta at a Knockhouse Music venue. So a lot of this information you also get on the website, atasteofnigeria.com. Lastly, we will end it off in Baltimore, Maryland at the Greektown Event Center. So that will be October 30th, 12 noon to 7 p.m. So
could you just drop your telephone contacts for people who may like to reach you for this event?
Yes, to reach us for information or vendor or sponsor is 817-363-0016.
Okay.
817-363-0016, or you can go to atasteofnigeria.com.
That message has definitely gone across. We want to thank you so much for joining us on the show today, Peggy, and also want to say congratulations. What you're doing is really big. You may not know, but just putting Africa on the map through an event like this is so much service you're doing to the continent. Thank you so much, and we hope to follow up and probably report on this event as it unfolds. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend. This is Apex One Radio. This is African Fiesta. Our last guest will be joining us shortly. Her name is Alice Austin. But before she comes to talk about Willie, which is her latest single, I would like you to listen to this. We'll be right back with you. She tells me this is a fusion of Bole and Bikutsi. The artist joins us shortly to talk about Willie, which is her latest single. It sees the light of day on Monday, September the 27th. Soul-searching piece of music, danceable one, of course. It sees the light of day in less than 48 hours. Alice Austin is her name. Willie is the title of that beautiful piece of music, and it's reaching you live from Apex One Radio. The show is African Fiesta. Its host is Ernest Kanjo. It's exactly 12:03 here in the studio of Apex One Radio in Houston, Texas, from where the artist will be joining us. It's 3 minutes past 11. Danceable piece of music there titled Willie. The music sees the light of day officially on the 27th of September. That is this year, in less than 48 hours. Alice Austin will be joining us live from Houston, Texas to talk about this piece of music and, of course, what she has of her sleeves. And at exactly 12:03 here, she now joins us. Let's see if the artist is ready for us. Okay. She is definitely. Alice Austin, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm doing really good. And you?
I'm great. So how is Houston's morning?
Yeah, Houston is good. We're doing all right here. The weather is really nice outside, but very soon it's gonna be very hot too.
Beautiful. So we've just been listening there to that beautiful piece of music which you are about to put out there officially on Monday. It's titled Willie, and you tell me it's a fusion of Bolé and Bikutsi. We'll be talking about that. But then, are you ready to release on Monday?
Yes, I am. I'm really ready to release, and I'm really anxious and really happy. The most important thing will be, are my fan ready for me for this new style that is coming up?
They will definitely be ready for you. And you tell me it's going to be how do you call it? Video lyrics, not a video, right?
Yeah, it's a video lyrics. Basically, it's an audio video lyrics.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you hope to shoot the video eventually, I guess.
Definitely. That is a very beautiful song. That video has to be shot. But yeah, I'll take my time for that because I want my fan to get the best this time around.
The best, of course, is titled Willie, and it's a fusion of Bikutsi and Bolé. The music will be released come Monday, September the 27th. Alice Austin is the author of that beautiful piece of music, her latest single, of course. So, what is Bolé? Bolé is it a traditional genre of music? What is it?
Bolé is a new brand of music that is actually like really hot in Cameroon right now.
Okay.
So yeah, that is like what is trending right now in Cameroon. Some people may call it Bolé, some people may call it like Bolé, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, me coming into it, I didn't just want to give them Bolé. So I wanted to make something unique for me.
Okay.
So I went ahead and I did Bolé, and I threw a little bit of the Kusiu instrument and stuff like that to make it fuse and sound original, like my own sound. Yes. So that's what actually happened with Willie.
Wow. So tell me, when was this track recorded and in which studio?
Willie actually, we started preparing for Willie about 3 months ago, if I'm not wrong. And the beat was actually made in Cameroon by Magic Finger.
Okay.
And then I flew from here to Maryland to my studio, Water Black Sun Dream Record, and I did the recording there. So after the recording and everything, he had to send everything back to Cameroon to Magic Finger, and then Magic Finger actually did the mix and the mastering.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So tell us about the story in this song and the message you intend to whip across.
The message about Willie, what's the story behind Willie is, nowadays young girls actually, I know love is something that is a two-way street. So, but most people or most girls find themselves doing it all by themselves.
Okay.
So the message behind Willie is telling the guy, like, okay, this is not supposed to be, the love is not supposed to be for me alone. So it's supposed to be a two-way street. So if you don't want me anymore, you need to let me know. Or if you want me, you have to go meet my parents, you know, than playing me or, you know, doing wayo, as I actually mentioned in the song.
Right.
You know, yeah. So yes, that's the story behind Willie. And I think that's what most girls nowadays find themselves, you know. So it's just a message that I said, let me cross along, as you know. So it's, I mean, it's a really beautiful story if you really listen to the lyrics. Yes.
Right. I saw a beautiful piece of music sees the light of day officially this Monday, and it will be available on YouTube and perhaps other online streaming platforms. Willie is the title of that beautiful track. Alice Austin is its author. The song is exclusively being played for the first time on Apex One Radio this day, the 25th of September, 2025, 2021, of course, and the show is African Fiesta. My name is Ernest Kanjo. My guest currently is Alice Austin, who's live from Houston. So when the song is available on Monday, where can we find it?
Right now the song is already streaming online, like pre-release. I've already done like a pre-release online.
Okay.
If you go to all the online, like iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Facebook, it's gonna be there, but it's pre-release. It's not gonna be released until Monday. And it's also available in Cameroon right now. So like in Cameroon, all the blockers, the street, the bars, the nightclub, the DJs, they actually have it in hand, ready to start, you know, the promotion on the 20th, on Monday. So yes, when it comes out on Monday, just click on any platform online. It's right there. Even right now, TikTok, everything is right there. If you want to listen to Willie, yeah, and YouTube, of course, like you just said, and also in Cameroon, they're gonna have it there. So. Yes.
So what is your expectation from the public? How do you want people to receive this new track?
Willie, what I would say my expectation is, first of all, I just want to thank all my fans that I know, and family and friends that's always been there following me, my music from the beginning. And also, I mean, it's not easy for somebody staying with you, especially you. You've been there each release I've made. You've always been there, like first to give me an interview. Thank you so much, Apex Radio. I really appreciate that. And what I'm trying to say is, my expectation from the public will be for them to say, like, to just enjoy the music, you know, enjoy the music and be happy and be proud and said, okay, this is our person. This guy has been there. He didn't give up, and now he's giving us something original, something really, really original, Alice Austin like, grounding and everything. So I just want my fan to have fun and enjoy the music.
Have fun and enjoy the music.
Yes.
I know it's not easy living and working in the United States of America and doing music at the same time is really, really hard. If she's been able to put this together, which she's been doing over the years, then you just have to give her a thumbs up. And of course, consume the product as much as you can. And it's also want to thank you so much for joining us on the show today. So Monday is the date, right?
Yes, Monday, 27th of September. Don't forget, 2021.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Did you have any other singer featuring in this song?
No, just me. It's just me for now. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Right. So we are looking forward to having it officially released on Monday. Meantime, we'll continue playing it on Apex One Radio. Just before you go away, your contacts.
Okay. My contact on Facebook, you can get me as Alice Austin. Artist. On Instagram, Alice Austin. On Twitter, you can get me at Austin Alice. TikTok, Alice Austin. YouTube, Alice Austin. Thank you guys so much, and I want you guys to keep following me. There's gonna be more stuff coming up, very beautiful, all the way from the original from Cameroon back home. Brand new stuff coming up.
Beautiful.
So keep in touch and keep following me, and I really appreciate the love and support.
But we cannot let you go without you just giving us a few seconds of this piece of from the original source. So help us with an a cappella before we run off this conversation, Alice Austin.
Okay. Let me see. Willie. Okay. Happy tell you say I love you. You tell me say you love me too. You say you go can see my mommy. I say you go can see my papa. Why don't you play me? Why you? If you don't want me, make it tell me. If you don't love me, make it tell me. If you don't want me, make it tell me. Not to waste my time. But you fool me, yeah. But you play me, yeah. But you fool me, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Ernest. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and do have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Congrats on the great job you are doing, and we hope to have you on this platform not too long from now.
Amen to that.
Bye and now.
Okay, bye.
Rendezvous Monday. So this piece of music sees the light of day officially Monday, September the 27th, authored by Alice Austin, and it's titled Willie. We've just been speaking with her, and of course that conversation brings us to the end of this 185th edition of African Fiesta on Apex One Radio. Also, thank you so much, Elodie Tah, actress and comedian. You were live from Boya in this edition of the show. Thank you so much, Eposi. You were next door in Victoria. Thank you for joining us on the airwaves. Ganel Leconte was here to talk about the crisis in Haiti. Of course, we had Peggy Lemon, who was here to talk about the A Taste of Nigeria festival, which takes place across the month of October. Then Danielle Mantho Asa was here to talk about LinkedIn and just how young people can go out there searching for jobs. Then we just had Alice Austin, who was here to talk about her latest single. Well, 100% we had all the guests lined up for this edition of African Fiesta, of course, the 185th edition of the show, which now rounds off at exactly 12:17 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. Marcel Adig produced the show. Okon was our PR. My name is Ernest Kanjo. I'll be back next week, same time, same station, same show, same energy. And of course, before we go away, we want to say, keep being good. Take care of yourself. May God bless you. Bye for now.